Frank J. Avella with the Contending. In Sean Baker's Palme d'Or winning film Anora, Russian newcomer Mark Eydelshteyn delivers one of the year's most captivating performances. I'm really happy to be speaking with Mark today. Hi, Mark.
Hi, I'm really happy to speak with you.
Mark,
Sorry for slight delay.
oh, don't even worry about it. Like everybody else on the planet, I love this film. I saw it at the New York Film Festival and I just watched it again the other night. Congratulations. It's a wonderful performance.
Thank you.
Tell me, how has it been for you adapting yourself to this whirlwind experience, starting with the Cannes Film Festival all the way into award season?
Uh, it's interesting question, and honestly, right now I have no answer because everything is happening very fast, and our lives, guys from Anora, our lives is very bright right now, and we are talking with a lots of incredible people. We are visiting amazing events, yes, and we are traveling a lot, and we are, doing screening, and we see and feel how people love our movie, and when we are talking with them, everybody is smiling and it's the most beautiful thing. But I can answer you on this question. What is it for me? I think after I don't know, after March or maybe after I don't know. What's after March?
After,
April.
yeah, April, after the Oscars.
After it's not about Oscars, after when we, finished our like, this crazy campaign. Yes, and I will sit and think about it because now I have no time to sit and to just to understand what's happening. Yeah.
I'm glad everybody's treating you well because that's not always the case with the press. How are you managing to just kind of stay balanced and focused, or are you?
Balanced and focused. Uh, it's a nice question. It's I have to ask myself, am I focused or not? Uh, I think that the base of this journey, the base of this rhythm uh, it's Anora and our movie, and my focus right now on this story and how to tell people about this story, how to something interesting more than movie, how to tell people the stories from our movie, how to tell people, my craft of my work, how to tell people how Mikey and Sean and all of my partners are amazing, just because it's our purpose when we are doing interviews to, open a little bit more about this movie than you can see on the screen. Yeah, and this base helping me to be focused. Because now the whole this period since Cannes, I'm living in this amazing atmosphere of Anora, and I'm living in this bubble of great emotions of, this movie. And my focus is there right now. And I already used to be in this focus. I already used to talk about it. Yes, because of it, I think, yes, I'm in focus. And it's a balance, but it's easy to find balance in love when you're in love.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Well, let's first start with you're getting cast. I heard that Yura recommended you to Sean. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's true.
And then your famous naked audition tape is now legendary. Did you just do it, or did you wonder if you should? Because it could have been seen as a little risky.
Uh, at that moment, more risky was not send these self-tapes, because I had two options. Or I will send it like nude, and I will send it uh, jumping from English to Russian, and I will send it smoking the cigarette, and I will send it with this, room of improvisation, space of improvisation, or another option, I will not send it. Because it was really scary to me to, to work with the self tapes. Because it felt like, wow, it's something very big and very unique. And it's like, I don't know, like a unique chance Yes, and when you feel that something very big touching you, it's a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
Yes, and because of it, I just thought how to just how to do it, how to send it, how to push this button, attach this video, and send it to Semikwan and our producers of Anora. Because with I didn't think about like I'm new or I don't know, it's that text to their lines not correct. I just thought how to send it. Yes, with my real energy. Because I understood that it's more important for Sean and for Anora team to understand my energy, and it was the main task to try to catch my real energy, energy of, like energy of Mark. What can I, add to Sean Baker's universe? Yeah.
Perfect. Let's talk about Vanya. I think if somebody else had played him, he would have been more of the villain. But you make him so alluring, so charming. He's like he's 21, but it's like he's 15 or 13. Can you tell me about creating him?
Yes, thank you for this question. It was a big challenge to, craft this character because it's the first time when I'm playing not the romantic guy, when I'm playing such a trickster character, because it's a trickster. You said that it's a villain. It's true. In the end of the movie, you can understand that it was trick by Sean Baker, because you uh, in the very beginning you think that Ivan is a good guy and Igor is a bad guy, but in the end of the movie you understand that not. And it's a, amazing feature from the Sean Baker script. Yes, and I thought and talked a lot with the Sean how to play antagonist, and it's a, big deal to play antagonist, not to be antagonist, because in the first part you have to fall in love with this guy, because Anora is falling in love with this guy. Yes, and we discussed it, and it's the thing from my education. I graduated Moscow Art Theater School, and my teachers always say that you have to find dream of your character and pain of your character. And if you will find these two things, it will be real person.
Hmm.
It will be like deep person. And when it's a real person, you can't say that it's a bad guy or good guy. It's just a person. Very complicated human. Yes, and we discussed a lot with Sean his pain. He's a very deeply lonely person. And you even in the very beginning can see it in his like his, parting, but uh, eyes are, like it's not real happy, how can I say it? Not real happiness. And he's really happy only in these two scenes, scenes of proposal when he's saying like, "Do you want to be my wife?" and scene of, "Do you want to be my girlfriend for the week?" And it's
Yeah.
two moments when he's really happy. Yes, and whole this first act is a compensation because his real fear is his family and his parents, and he know that in one moment this amazing fairy tale will stop, and he's trying to, take everything, everything, everything. Yes, and then we slightly shift to another, to second part of the Ivan. It's a part when he's trying to avoid the reality, avoid Anora, because he's losing the game. Yes, and he's trying to run away from it. Yes, and he running away, and because of it, he's out, and he in the second part of the movie intoxicated just to because reality is very complicated and it's impossible to be there. He's not ready to fight against reality, and the third part, he's losing the game just finally. Yeah, and because of it, it's a drama story of villain.
So you were talking about his journey, and I'm curious, do you think that in the early part of the film he really believed that there was a future possible with Annie, with Honora?
He believe in this future, but he know that it's unpredictable, that it can be, break. It can be break by his family. Yeah. But it's a future of a kid when he is not thinking about the future because future is very scary.
Yeah.
Yes, when you are living in this moment right now and right here, and you're trying to get everything from now. Because it's very scary to think about future, and it's very scary to grow up. And it's amazing theme, for example, from The Catcher in the Rye. It's scary from growing up, and it's really scary to be adult because it's responsibility,
Yeah.
and it's a person who is, but you can't be happy responsibility. You have to. It's a rule. It's a rule of the game. You have to take responsibility, but it's not about Ivan, and because with he's unhappy, and his story is a dramatic story.
You get to speak in two languages in this film, and for me, it felt so natural because when I was growing up, I would switch from Italian to English all the time with my family. So it
Wow.
really, really felt authentic.
Yes. So it was amazing task to me also to and my daily work every day before shooting day. I just look at the sites and try to understand in what moment, what line I have to say in Russian and what line I have to say in English, because it's one of the most important thing from Ivan, because he's jumping from one language to another language, and it makes him more funny, it makes him, more windy person, more unstable person, and but it was very important to mix it, very clear, because I thought about audience in that moment, and very important thing, the most important thing, I said on English because it's a movie for the global space and I want people watch the movie, not read the subtitles. Yes, but something funny, I of course said in Russian because it's about this character.
So the sex scenes, they're really physical, they're fun, they're hilarious, but again, they have a real authenticity to them, that flip that you did. Can you speak to creating those moments with Mikey and Sean?
Yes, when we did our first sex scene, it was the scene with the flip, with the back flip. Uh, we realized that uh, it's amazing thing about this guy and about his journey, about his arc, that to fall in love to fall in love with Ivan, he has to be not like a regular teenager, not a fuck boy. It's not a fuck boy story. He has to be something, little bit more, I don't know how to say it, more unrepeatable, more like special for her. And it's a kid because without responsibility, with the money, with the freedom, and when you are a kid you have freedom in your mind and you have freedom in your body. Yes, and because of it we did the slide, for example, in the first scene in mansion, slide on the floor like this, and this flip, and the sex scene, it's again sex scene with a funny freedom of it. It has to be more funny than erotic because they are having fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. And we felt that and it helped establish their bond really early, which I think is really, really important. It's very important to Anora's fairy tale.
Yeah.
So I just went to Coney Island for the very first time last year, believe it or not. And it was so much fun watching those scenes. Did you enjoy that area and filming in that area?
Yeah, of course. It's a big part of our craft, of our characters and mine and Annie's and Mikey's and Yura's watch and Karen's, because when you feel the energy of Brighton Beach, when you feel the energy of Mansion, when you feel the energy of Coney Island, you already know the vibe, how to play, how to live in this, decorations. But for example, in mansion, I can understand that this mansion, it's an image, like it's some, castle of my family. So I have to be vice versa. Like uh, I have to be, how can I say it? Uh, sometimes play suit person,
Yeah, yeah.
like clothes suit person. And for Ivan, for example, mansion, because it's family. not suit him. Man should
Okay.
not suit him because family not suit him because he have no connection with his family. So he have no connection with the mansion. It's strange. This guy in the good clothes in this, very, I don't know, not bad, but very strange with a very strange style mansion. Yes, and the same things about Brighton Beach and Coney Island. It gave us a lot.
Do you think that Ivan, now we're saying after the story, like if there was an Anora 2, do you think that Ivan does go home to work for his father, or does he break out of it somehow?
I think he will go. Because in the movie we saw uh, very uh, one of the main situations in his life. He lose the love. He had chance on love, uh, and he lost it, and it will change him in the future. Yes, and because of it, I think he will grow up and will go to work, and maybe will lose himself. Because when you are losing your love, you are losing part of yourself, and difficult to rebuild yourself again. Yeah.
Hmm. Mark, where do you call home right now? Are you going back and forth from Russia?
Yes, we are traveling back and forth. Yeah.
And how does your family feel about your success?
They haven't seen Anora yet. Yeah, and I want them to watch this movie, and I don't want them to watch this movie. It's because their reaction unpredictable, but I believe in them because I believe in Anora also. Yes, and we will discuss their movie experience. They will go to theaters and will see their son on big screen, and I hope they will be happy.
I'm sure they will be happy. I want to ask you, can you tell us a little bit about what you might have coming up next?
I think I can't say anything exact, anything, but we are with the team. We are looking for interesting stories, and it's a big luck to have an opportunity and chance to just talk with amazing directors, with amazing artists, and I hope in the future I will do uh, something not less important, interesting, hilarious, and dramatic than Anora, with amazing artists in the team of like big humanists like
I-
Sean Baker.
Like Sean Baker. Is there anyone that you've met so far or that you want to meet that excites you?
Ah, it's a trap question. Because when you're saying about, for example, one name and losing some, I don't know.
Oh,
Uh,
well, let me rephrase it. Let me ask you, is there a director that you would love to work with?
yeah, sure. Uh, I I would love to work with a bunch of amazing directors because I really like lots of movies because I grew up in movies and I'm still, you know, uh, every day I'm checking new movies and I'm trying to check stars on Letterboxd and be on this, stream and understand what's happening in the global art space. Yes, but I would love to work with the Gaspar Noé, with the Danny
Uh,
Villeneuve, with the, Mr. Ridley Scott, who did amazing movie right now, with the guy who did Brutalist. I just saw the Brutalist, and
oh, yeah. Brady
it's,
Corbett.
yeah, it's great, and he's very young, and it's, wow, it's amazing magic movie. Yes, and Yorgos Lanthimos, because I watched his movies. Gaspar Noé and Yorgos Lanthimos, my first independent, like indie directors, with whom I just not met in real life, but met with his art. And Carax also.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a lots of I can continue keep going keep going in the 20 minutes. So I just wanna tell interesting stories with kind people.
Well, Mark, enjoy this time. You deserve it. Just kind of soak it all in. And thank you for taking the time out to speak with us. This is a terrific film. It's just a sublime performance. So congratulations.
Thank you, sir.